Hi everyone, welcome back for another video. So much going on here. I haven't had time to do any updates. Lots of changes going on with solar panels, home storage batteries, and yes, my electric car. And that's what I want to talk about today, my electric car. And the twist in the tail. As you know, I like to share everything, the good and the bad, and something bad has come along. I had a phone call a couple of weeks ago which basically, in essence, just said your car that you've ordered no longer is eligible for the UK grant, so it's going to cost £2,500 more. Do you want to continue with the order? It's not the sort of phone call that I liked receiving. Now, give credit to the dealer. I'll tell you who they are later. They have been fantastic with me throughout the whole ordering process, and they were extremely good on the phone about this problem. But it doesn't really matter what they were saying and how nice it was. All I could hear was, my car's going to cost £2,500. Do you want to cancel the order, or do you want to pay it and keep the car? So the point of the video, why? Why has this happened, and what would you do? I mean, that's the big question. So if confronted with the car you've ordered, your dream, the love of your life, the thing you're most excited about because you've been waiting a few months for it, and suddenly it's going to cost £2,500 more, would you continue and would you still buy it, or would you not? So, why? What's been going on then? So basically in the UK we have a grant system for electric cars, and before December the 15th, if your car was valued, your electric car, retail price under £35,000, then it was eligible for the UK grant. It was eligible for up to £2,500 towards that car. Now I know grant systems, are they benefiting the customer, are they benefiting the car manufacturer? Because like me, I think manufacturers are gaining more from it. They've got an opportunity to increase prices as a result of you gaining that deduction by the UK grant. So I think having the grant has actually encouraged prices to go high, but prices are going higher anyway. So it's all part of the story of cars at the moment, not just electric cars. They are more expensive and they keep getting more expensive. So anyway, my car, which was valued, the retail price, between £33,000 and £35,000, of course. So as of December the 15th, it was no longer eligible for the £2,500 UK grant. Now, cars below £32,000, cars below £32,000 are still eligible, but they're only eligible for a £1,500 grant. I thought this wouldn't be a problem. I thought this wouldn't affect me because I placed my order for my car in October, so it's been quite a while. And my experience when I bought my Hyundai Kona electric before was that the grant system changed within the period of me ordering and receiving the car, but the grant still applied. So something's changed here, either in the grant system or in the ordering process. But the one thing that really has changed is more and more manufacturers now have long delays on cars. So if you place an order, it's not an order for an actual car, so you don't get a chassis number. They're not allocating a build slot for that car. You're in a queue to get that build slot. Now that's with a lot of manufacturers. So the problem is the grant system now insists on having a chassis number. So you can't apply for the grant early at the time you place the order, the queue, because you don't get a chassis number. So yeah, I sort of blame manufacturers for their administration of not being able to allocate a chassis number to you, even on a provisional basis, somehow to make those grants eligible to you. It just doesn't seem joined up. The grant system doesn't seem joined up with how the manufacturers are working at the moment. And are we surprised about that? Are we surprised that car manufacturers are slow to react to things? They're not perfect. Are we surprised that government grant systems are difficult to apply for and change and don't suit everybody and don't seem fair? I guess that's just par for the course, isn't it? And as I've said in many videos before, these grants aren't something we should expect. These grants are a bonus now. So if the grant system disappears, and it gradually has been disappearing, it's clear it's going to disappear, then you won't get anything off the price of the car. Now, if you're holding out hope that manufacturers will suddenly drop the price of the cars by the amount of the grant, then, well, if you look at what's happened so far, that hasn't happened. Grants have been reducing, car prices have been going up. That's the trend. So the sooner you place your order for an electric car, the sooner you can get some money off it with the UK grant. Unfortunately, on this occasion, the car I've ordered isn't applicable, isn't going to get a grant. I'm not going to benefit from it. So yeah, I'm absolutely gutted about that. But where does that leave me? What are my choices? And I do want to ask the question, let me know in the comments, what would you do? So the question to me is, do I carry on and do I just pay the money, or do I change? So my first thought when I got the phone call was sod it. Absolute sod it. I do not want that car anymore. I've had enough. I want a car now. And I think that's partly because I was frustrated in not having an electric car, and I do want an electric car now. So there was a temptation to cancel the order and go and look for something else. But if I wanted something else, then why didn't I order it? So we're back to the question of, do I just want an electric car and want it now? Or do I want the car I ordered? The dream, the perfect car, the perfect specification. Or do I want to look at a second-hand car, a car that's available now at a premium for a second-hand car? Or do I want to go to a dealership where they happen to have something in stock and buy, I don't know, a Kona in stock, or an MG in stock, or there are other options available to me. So should I cancel or should I not? And it was all about, in my mind, the dream. I'd spent a lot of time planning what I wanted and deciding what I wanted and ordering it. So why would I give up on that now and change to something else? So my gut feeling was to do it, and I did scour through the ads in Auto Trader and look at garages and look at what was available now, looking at spending more, looking at spending less. And it didn't take me long to realise that I'm just going through the whole process again of saying, what do I want? And of course, if I didn't come back to the same car that I'd already ordered, then I didn't really want that car. And of course I did. I've spent a long time and I do want that car. So, sorry, I've decided to carry on with that order and will get that car. But it really does make you think, I'm just going to go through the process again of reevaluating what to get. One of the other things to think about, of course, is when you've ordered a car, if it's in a model range where now one model is outside of the grant scheme and one model is inside of the grant scheme, then it makes you think about taking the lower model for the less money, because spending less money is great anyway, and if it gets the grant, then it's going to be even less money, so that's great news. It's better value for you. It won't depreciate as much. And that's what I've been thinking about as well. Should I drop to a lesser level and have less specification? Now, with some manufacturers, that's a smaller battery, or it doesn't have radar-controlled active cruise control, or you don't get matrix lights, or you don't get leather seats. Whatever the option list is between the models, you're going to go down in the list and receive less for your money. But the difference in price between those two levels, let's say it was £3,000 or £4,000, if it's now another £1,500 difference because one car gets the new grant and one doesn't, then are those extra options and that extra specification worth an extra £1,500 to you that you won't get back? It will be lost in depreciation. So the value difference between models in cars is changing, where one is within the scheme and one is outside of the scheme. And that must make it really hard for manufacturers. You'd think the easy thing to do is suddenly the manufacturer should readjust the specifications and only build cars that fit within the scheme or completely outside of the scheme. Because if they don't, then obviously more people are going to buy the cars that fit inside of the scheme because they're going to want to save some money. Value does appeal. Not everyone has endless amounts of money that can just say, I'll have that whatever the cost. So, did I drop to a lower model? And the answer is I was really, really tempted. But that's what I did with my last Mini. I chose the mid-level Mini Electric Level 2 last time around. And I chose that not just because of the specification level. I did want the sunroof and I did want some extras that came with the Mini Level 3. But I didn't want to pay for it. I didn't think the extra £3,000 or £4,000, I can't remember whether it was £3,000 or £4,000, was worth those extras. It was leather seats and sunroof were the things that I really wanted. But if it had only been £2,000, I would have done it. But it was just a little too much. So now with an extra £1,500 on top as well, that level 3, because I think that's been affected with minis as well, that level 3 is now outside of the scheme. So is that worth it? Is the extra specification worth another £1,500 more than the difference between a level 2 and a level 3? I chose what I thought was the optimum level. And lo and behold, it has turned out that resale values of level 1 and level 2 minis have held probably stronger than a level 3. So the more options, the more spec you have, the more you seem to lose. That seems to be the case. So I have not dropped a level in the car I've ordered. I've gone ahead with the one I wanted. So am I one of these fools that've got more money than sense? No. I've done it for several reasons. One, there's a chance the car manufacturer will adjust things and adjust the price. So there's a chance that it will sort itself out. I've also been offered a nice extra incentive by the dealer to keep the order in. And I just really want the car. Yeah, I have fallen in love with the car that I am getting, and I really want that specification. So I'm biting the bullet, and it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? I've done very well with the Kona Electric, I've done very well with the Mini, and I didn't lose a lot of money, so it hasn't cost me a lot for the last 2 cars that I've had. And I think I can now afford to spend a little bit more and treat myself and have exactly what I want, and that's what I'm doing. So I do feel sorry for those people that are in the same situation, and that difference of £2,500 loss of grant is just too much for them, and they're going to walk away and change their mind and look at something else. I mean, it might work out to be in their best interests. You know, another decision might work out, but it's dreams, isn't it? And dreams lost, and what you really want. If you're just buying a car because you want a car and you want, you know, an A to B car and you're looking for good value, then probably you're ordering an MG these days, aren't you? Or maybe, you know, the new Aura Cat. They all seem good value for money compared to some of the more premium brands. But if it's more than that, if you want more than that for your car, which I do, I want more. It's not just a car to me. I want to cherish it. I want to clean and polish it and love it like a person and probably call it a name. Daft as it all sounds, but I think more of my car than just an A to B tool. So yeah, I do feel sorry for those people that are stuck in the same situation, and I hope I don't come across as, oh, you know, rich YouTuber, he can afford it. Well, it's not the case at all. I assure you, money spent on the car is money not spent on solar panels and money not spent on a home storage battery. So it all has to be balanced. I can't have everything I want. There aren't unlimited funds. So there you go, there's the truth. How long before I get my car? I'm still told it's early to mid-March is the time when I should get it, and because January has gone so fast, that seems just around the corner. So I am really, really looking forward to sharing with you what the car is. And you know, I'm also hating this process of not telling you, of hinting and teasing what it might be. I'm not enjoying that at all. I'd much rather just tell you what it is and share that. But the thought in my mind is I want to share with you not just what it is, but why. Because some of you might be thinking, you know, why on earth has he done that? And I do want to share my reasoning. And it's very difficult to do that before I've actually got the car, because something's telling me something could always go wrong. Yep, like getting phone calls to say the price has just gone up. You never know what's going to happen, and that's why keeping stum and waiting until it's more certain and waiting until the car's here before I share it, tempting as it is. Anyway, thank you for watching the video, thank you for watching the channel and watching all the way to the end. Really do appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed the update. More updates to come. Yep, there are new solar panels going up on the home. There is a new home storage battery part installed already. I will tell you more about that as soon as it's completed, as soon as I know exactly what I can present to you, and as soon as I know it's working. I really don't want to present something that's, you know, up one day and down the next and overly complicated, because it just won't make sense. So I've got to wait until it's settled and I know what's going on before I share the details with you. So at the moment we're living with scaffolding around the house, and I'm looking forward to sharing the information with you. End of the month update coming soon. It is only a couple of days to go, and January has been a pretty good month. So yeah, stay tuned, as they say, and more videos to come. Solar, home storage batteries, electric cars, test drives. I need to go on some more test drives and try out some more electric cars, because not just for the channel, but I think we need a second electric car, and because I retire this year and get my pension, I should be able to afford to make us a two electric car family this year, hopefully. Take care, see you again soon. Bye for now.